problems are created by you.
They really are, because it's a choice.
Yes.
And the experiences that you choose to be
Once
in.
you know, matter of fact, in scripture there's a thing that God says, once you know something, you're responsible now to do that. You see what I'm trying to say? You can't know something and be doing, like, let's say, you know it's not good to be angry at people for, when you do that, that makes it worse because you know that you shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So knowing is very important, because once you know something, when you're ignorant to something, okay, like when I was walking in the dark, a lot of stuff I didn't know. I didn't know it was that way. You know what I mean? But now that I know, now I'm held accountable more, I believe.
What makes you feel like you know, though?
What makes me feel like, well, let me not say that I know. Let me say, like you said, I'm an observer now. I don't take everything for what I see here anymore.
Yeah.
I take it for what I feel.
Wait, but I'm asking you like a question. Like, now you say, like, I know, you're confident that you know. What makes you think that this is this is what you know? Like, what gives you that feeling? I'm not saying that you don't. I just want to know what makes you so confident in it now.
What makes me so confident in it now?
Yeah.
Because the way my life has changed. The way that it has completely changed my life. The things that used to bug me, the things that used to have a grasp on me, they don't have it on me no more.
Right.
Like they used to.
And you never experienced that in, like, following the teachings of the church or following the teachings of things you grew up in?
Never followed that in the teachings of the church. But now that I know that I'm in control, see what I mean? Back then I didn't know I was in control. I thought that everything around me was in control. I thought I lived for this God that
you were
was
just
outside of
subject
me,
to whatever was coming.
That was going to give me what I deserved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I get what I put in. Now I get what I deserve when I put in what I need to put in to get what I deserve. It just doesn't happen like that. And that's why I know it works now. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying my path is the way everybody has to do it, because that's not right. No, not everybody can do it the same way I do it.
Right.
You know, like we said, there's a foundation. I believe the foundation is the same. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
And whatever way you look at it, love is the foundation for everything.
Right.
And then you can build on that organically how you want to.
Yeah.
And what you want to do. And you know, I used to beat myself up a lot about things and the way, I don't do that no more. I really don't. I don't do it as much. I do it sometimes, but I don't do it. I used to be real hard on myself about, like my kids and stuff like that. Now I'm like, you know what, man? That's their journey, and this is my journey. This is the way it's supposed to be, and it doesn't play on me like it used to.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
That's how I know that it works for me. You know what I mean? That's all I can say is it worked for me.
What do you think, like, you've changed, though? Like, have you changed?
What do I think I changed? I think I changed definitely my the way I see things. I don't see things just with these anymore. Like I said, I see things, I feel things, you know what I mean? I listen to my gut. Your gut tells you a lot. Your who you are tells you a lot. So, that's what I do. I try to use that and not what I think I know. Because sometimes what you think you know is not right.
Cultural conditioning.
exactly.
Outside forces, things that you've learned from your teachers.
Yeah.
Our children are raised in experience where they're learning from everyone else outside of us.
Yeah.
You were no different. So it is an awakening to understand that enlightenment is not just being a spiritual being or following a spiritual path, but just understanding
because it's definitely not
that you're still having a human experience,
yeah.
and how you make that human experience feel better, right?
Exactly.
So living a life of abundance comes with how you feel. How are you a vibrational match in accepting the things that you're asking for, right? Those are the real inner peace, is the true source of happiness, but the real teachings are life is a creation, and you're constantly creating. So why not have fun with it? Why not enjoy it? Why not relax a little bit and breathe?
But inner peace can't be purchased.
Yeah.
Only thing inner peace can be purchased with is you putting in the work. That's the only thing it can be purchased with. You putting in the work and you allowing your mind to become free of all these things that we've been attached to. You know what I mean? Attachment is a son of a bitch, man. No, it is. It is. Attachment, because you can't be attached to things, because whatever you're attached to, if something happens to it, it affects you too.
Yeah.
You can't be attached to anything. You have to know that things are going to happen. Life happens. And you have to be able to roll with it when life happens, because it's going to. I don't care who you are. If you live in this world and all the things and the
And we all do.
energies
We all live in this
yes,
world. So.
exactly. And you're going to be subject to things in this world.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
And it's just really doing the work is what? Doing the work is just creating your own experience, knowing that you have no control, but only control of yourself and how you react and how you're living.
And taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself.
Yeah, taking care of your mind, your body,
Yeah.
taking care of the things that you do in life, waking up in the morning and connecting to source, connecting to the energy that is you, so that you can create more powerfully and not connecting to the past. I feel like a lot of trauma-based stuff, especially because I've been through a lot of trauma, I feel like a lot of trauma-based stuff holds on to us because we wake up rethinking that. We wake up re-feeling the vibration of the pain.
It's programmed, that's why.
It's programmed into you. The trauma is like
Subconscious,
definitely
yeah.
deep in there and programmed. But if you like create another environment where you wake up and you're thinking of connecting and engaging and taking care of your mind, body, and spirit, then it's easier to let go of the vibrations that are trapping you into these locked energy patterns of like pain that people have grown into their bodies and into their lives, and the circle that has been created of what they're calling a life, and then complaining about. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how people want to live their lives unless you're just complaining all the time, because that low vibration feeds onto other people, and that's not what we're here to experience.
Well, we're all energy, and all our energies are connecting, and all our energies are intertwined together. You know what I mean? So it's a matter of, to me, it's a matter of waking up every morning and making a choice to know that whatever comes your way, that you have prepared yourself mentally. Now, I'm not saying that you know exactly what's going to come your way, but you know that you prepared yourself mentally. You can lay down in bed at night and say, hey, you know what? Life whooped my ass today, but you know what? I'm coming back tomorrow. And be able to admit that, but not
Carry it
be
into
bad.
the
Yeah,
next
not
day.
carry it into the next day.
Yeah,
You know what
let
I mean?
it go.
And let it go.
Well, I think that's why, some of the teachings that we've been learning about, what Guru Jaga said something today. She was like, you really should be like taking time to sit and meditate like 3 times a day, which I've read about in like the Muslim community, where they in the morning, and then they stop things in the afternoon, and then they stop things in towards the evening, which Yogi Bhajan teaches the same teaching. A lot of the lineages teach the stopping and taking a moment to reconnect to the source. Really, that's what it is. Like in the morning, wake up and connect to the energy that is you, the vibration that is source, divine energy, so it's flowing through you. And then as your day begins to move and it starts to become experiences, whether you don't know, and you start to want to be in control in those experiences, taking a lunch hour or a time, which I used to do. Like I used to go for a walk, which was my way of like speed walking, my way of doing like some sort of meditation, and then reconnecting to the source energy that is you, and then letting that go, right? And then coming home and relaxing, stretching. Yogi Bhajan teaches you should go to eat after, for a walk after you've done with your dinner, and then do it before the sun goes down, so that you're connecting with source, the energy of the planet, the vibration that is you. So there's a lot of lineage and teachings behind this stuff, even though we're just now, I feel like there's a shift happening. We're just now understanding the energy and vibration that is inside of us, and that it is us. For some of us in Western society, Western thought, right? But a lot of these lineages and teachings have been around for millions and millions and millions of years. And so just to listen to it is not so confusing, because you're like, oh, I feel that. I understand that. Because you're already experiencing the ancestors, the teachings of the ancestors. And what's happening now is that you are becoming an ancestor, right? So that's why I always say, what are you leaving behind, right? Because you're purposely becoming an ancestor. And a lot of the ancestors, like when I go behind the house and they have the petroglyphs, and like I kind of feel the space and the energy, I think, you know what, we don't even know who these people are. They weren't famous, they didn't write a book, they didn't do anything like super dope and crazy where everybody knew their name, but they still were.
And they came here, and they made a conscious effort to better to better the world.
Yeah.
To
They
move consciousness
moved
along.
yeah, and they weren't connected to like how big a house I can have, and
Exactly.
they were really connected with each other. The vibration of that is each other, that is
Yeah.
family, and I think it can go as far as like holding on to certain lineages and bloodlines. But now that we've all collectively connected in a way that we don't have to worry about the discrimination, which I really believe is important, to release the discrimination of I came from Canada and you came from America, or I came from this certain place, but really look at the teachings behind all of it. The teachings are what's holding us together and bringing us back to who we are. So those teachings are important. That's why I like to read also like Buddhism and Sikhism and all the different teachings, because they all are intertwined. They all have the ability to bring us back, and it's not easy, I think, to unwind in the way that the technology is today. There's so much but it is important to catch yourself, like look at all the energy and vibration and things that we're creating, and if you don't catch yourself pulling yourself back to some lineage, whatever lineage it is, if you don't find a way to pull you back to a realm that, and I don't want to say spiritual or religious, because I feel like that's really becoming like a thing. It doesn't necessarily have to feel spiritual or religious. It should really feel just normal. It should be normal for you to connect with divine energy, connect with source, and be a powerful creator. I really hope the planet does accept that.
Oh, they are. They're
sooner, so that we can have better experiences. I think that's like the best move for us to move forward in.
No, it's definitely the best move. You know what I mean? So we just definitely, but self-care has always been, what the thing about it is self-care has always been put to the back. Self-care is the number one thing though.
Yeah.
You have to take care of yourself, or if you don't take care of yourself, then you're no good for no one else. I'm no good for you if I don't take care of myself.
Right.
If I don't sit and meditate, or I don't sit and read, or further myself as a person or as a man, I'm no good for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there are, us as men too, we have to realize that we have a certain, we have to live up to a certain, I'm trying to think the other word. We have to live up to who we are, who we should be as men. And I'm not saying that as the world sees us as men. Who we are as men, how we were created, how we were supposed to take care of women, how we were supposed to, be here, and we have to take our part of what we need to do to move this world and advance it just the same way the women do.
Right.
And we have to come together, and we have to work together to advance.
That's where the
world.
conscious relationships come in. A woman knows her side and her role, and a man knows his side and his role, and it's not. And there's no ego, and when there's no ego involved and beating your chest involved, it becomes a conscious. Look at the things that we've created since we've been together.
Yeah.
Really, I feel like it's just been like gift after gift after gift after gift when we sit down and we're conscious of things that are happening us. And even when we have bumps in the road, it's like, okay, there's a bump. Stop and look at what the bump is so you can smooth it out. Don't just keep bumping yourself so that you got bruises and you can't walk anymore. And then you're looking at the other person like, why haven't you helped me up?
What did we talk about last night? When problems come up, instead of saying, hey, why, or instead of reacting to that problem right away, sit back, have patience. Find out what this is telling you, because everything is telling you something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For every effect, there was a cause. The cause, you have to figure out what the cause is before you can fix the effect. Mm-hmm. So you have to sit back sometimes, and you have to be patient, and you have to look at it, and you have to just go through it.
Well, you don't have to.
Well, you know what I mean. I'm talking about go through it in the sense of you're not gonna magically take yourself out of that situation right then.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is to be patient and allow that situation to teach you and to show you where it's trying to take you, because it's taking you somewhere.
Yeah.
It's guiding you somewhere.
It's always taking you
somewhere.
somewhere. It's going to take you up or down. And the thing is, like, I know I always pick on you because you say you have to, but because you don't have to, right? You can continue to live in that experience if you want to live in that experience. And then you can continue to complain about it, right? If you can continue to not take responsibility for your own life and the things that you're creating, then you will. And you don't have to do anything. You actually can completely stay in the unhappy and unhealthy relationships. You don't have to change your life at all. You actually can be totally happy where you are. And I say that only because I watch people all the time, and I'm always like, leave them be. Let them let them be on the corner, let them be at the bus stop, let them have less, because maybe they're so comfortable in that experience. That's just the experience they wanted to have. Nobody has to. We have to, because we're conscious beings, because we want something else. So if you do want something, and
want a better life.
You want a better life, and you want to feel good. And what's a better life? Feeling good, having inner peace. That's a better life. That's really all it is, right? So nobody really has to. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But if you want to have a better life, you do have to be conscious of your being, of your energy, of your vibration, and what you're putting off and being responsible for it. That's where the cause and effect comes from.
Exactly.
Cause and effect comes from you being responsible from who you are.
They said you're so free, you can even choose bondage.
That's true, right?
You're so free, you can choose bondage.
You're so free, you can choose bondage.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how free
that,
you are.
And
you can choose to be miserable.
And that's what I sometimes had a thing with, is that they said God gave you free. God gives you free will. I know you don't want to talk about God, but I just want to insinuate this because I'm trying to make a point. He gave you free will.
It's not that I don't like to talk about God. It's just that the understanding and concept behind the religious hangover, I don't like to believe. I believe in God. God is a real thing. I don't believe that God is a he and a person that's got his hand on your forehead pushing you back in time. But, God is, the organizer, the generator, the organizer, and the deliverer.
Yeah, or the destroyer.
Yeah, or the destroyer. So it's not that I don't like to talk about God. I just don't like to bring in the religious hangover piece of when people are using that connotation.
Definitely. So, but they were saying that, I was thinking, that God says you're free to choose. So why would you tell me if I'm free to choose if you're going to punish me? That's kind of, you see what I'm trying to say? Or you're going to be punished for it. And that's why I say, you're not punished by God. You're punished by your decisions you make. Because you're free to choose.
Right.
So you're punished by your decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When people talk about the devil is after him, or the evil spirits, or the devil, or girl, they put a curse on me. Didn't nobody put no curse on you?
You put a curse on yourself.
You have your own. Even the thing, like, even for me, like, when I think about me giving people my power or my energy, something really makes me mad, and like it kind of trips me up, right? It pulls me out of the vortex and kind of like slows me down a little bit into my human experience. And I could be like, ooh, they put a voodoo hex on me, or I could really just be like, out there with it if I wanted to, because I'm really in the spiritual world. So if I really wanted to be emotional, into the wickedness of it, I could think that. But here it is. The truth is, nothing is real unless you believe in it. And the only time that you're really put in a bad situation based off of someone else's energy is because you haven't looked yourself in the mirror. The only time you're feeling a connection to someone else's energy and vibration that is low vibration is because you haven't checked yourself for whatever that is. You haven't done your work for whatever you're connecting to that. That's the only way. The devil is not tripping you up. The ego, the untrained and unformed and the unconnected ego, because I was thinking about the ego this morning in the shower, and I was like, so now what happens that we're aware of the ego and that we have somewhat control of our ego, right? It has a place. We can use it in a very good way. Use my ego to make me feel confident so that I can put myself out there. Use my ego. Right, it's a good confidence. It's not shoving down someone's throat where I feel like I'm better than them, but just knowing what's good in me.
Knowing what your work, knowing what you are worth.
Right. What my little human body is doing on this planet is deserving of feeling good. And so I use my ego to help me. If I'm not all the way there yet, I'm not always my confidence, I'm going to pull my ego up and be like, come on, let's roll. Let's do this together. Right? So it's more of a trained ego. And so then what are you going to say now? The devil has my back? Right? No. The devil was never there. The ego is always just been in that position, in that place. So I know you don't know that I was recording you right now.
What?
Yeah, I always wanted to get an impromptu.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you've been...
What the hell?
18 minutes. Great talk, sir. High five. Thanks for joining me on the Trace and Greg Show.
Fist bump.
Fist bump.